in the early season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome, everyone, to Memorial Stadium in Bloomington, Indiana, home of the Indiana Hoosiers. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Arizona State Sun Devils. And the Sun Devils ready to get this thing started and open the season. And he's coming out of the end zone. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. The Hoosiers offense will have the football first. And Jesse, in this age of transfers, quarterbacks are the hottest commodities. We've seen this guy, but now different uniform, different surroundings. It's his job to get everybody going in the same direction.
Well, he just has to take command of this offense early. And listen, we've seen in recent years transfer quarterbacks have success right away. Think about Will Howard winning a national championship at Ohio State, Dylan Gabriel over at Oregon, Cam Ward at Miami. This guy has a really good grasp of the offense, picked it up in the offseason. I know they're really excited to see what he can do on the field today.
And these transfer quarterbacks are so wanted because they already have the experience. You know exactly what they can do. You're not guessing. So his experience translates, and they're counting on it. They loved him. That's why they went and got him, and that's why he's starting right now.
Well, the Big Ten has expanded with this massive continent-wide geographical footprint. The Big 12 has been really shrewd in positioning and maneuvering for survival, and they look for opportunities to win on the field like they'll have today.
Yeah, and the Big Ten's kind of taking what the Big Ten wants and expanding and not really worried about anybody else. So if I'm the Big 12, I'm like, yeah, you ain't worried about me, but you're going to worry about me today and on the field, and I can make a statement and prove to some of the true blue bloods in the Big Ten.
I just love the stylistic matchup in this one, too, right? You think about the Big Ten running the football, defense, physical, and then Big 12, wide open, up-tempo, air raid offense. This one's going to be fun.
And the Hoosiers will send out the punt unit. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he... The Sun Devils offense will have its first possession of the game. This guy has all of the battle scars. He's got all of the trust of this team, David, as he has been their leader, their warhorse throughout his career.
Yeah, and we've seen him. He's been very productive. He's proven his worth in college football, but now he's taking his talents to a new team. And now he's got to show them what he's about. Great opportunity to start it off. Can he be the guy? Can he be the catalyst that takes this team to the next level?
He really is a guy you root for, too, I think, because he's waited his turn. He's found the right opportunity in the right situation. This is a guy everybody in the locker room absolutely loves. He has the ability to galvanize them and an opportunity to galvanize this fan base early in the season with a big game here right out of the gate.
They go right back to it. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Wide open space. Touchdown, Sun Devils. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. They go to the ground. Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14. Let's step back here and look at the big picture for Indiana. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw, it's Winfield. Outside the pocket, lets it go. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? To the air on first down. He lost one down the sideline. And he reels it in inside the 30. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Hoosiers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Trying to impose their will with the run. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Trying to escape and get it himself. Oh, he just avoided taking a big hit with the slide. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. This is not a straight-on kick, a 42-yarder from the right hash. Right down the boulevard. That'll bring him to within 4. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Georgia looked dominant on the way to victory today. That offense had zero problem putting up points, and the defense almost resembled the days of Nolan Smith, Jalen Carter, and Nakobe Dean. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Scanning the field, it's Levitt. Quarterback now breaking the field. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. The Sun Devils want to move quickly.
Man-to-man coverage is a great opportunity for scrambling quarterbacks to take off and run because everybody on defense who's covering has their backs turned to the quarterback, obviously, because they're chasing an intended receiver or target. So good job that time by the quarterback knowing I've got man coverage. If it's not open, I can take off and go make something positive happen.
Guys, when you think about Arizona State, everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry-pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
Looking to throw on first down. They're working that left side. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
And the Sun Devils come to the line with a new set of downs. Give to Brown. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Looking for a man. It's Levin. Quarterback extends the play. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
And we talk to teams week after week and quarterbacks and coaches, and what do they always say, man? Quarterback's best friend is a tight end. Well, that play right there, he wasn't his best friend. You don't see a lot of drops from him, but, man, he had an opportunity to catch that one.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Quick completion on the out. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
On a big 3rd down, love the discipline by the defense there. You got everybody with their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the football, showing good speed on D. Nice tackle. Love the team defense.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. They'll run the option. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1 yard line. What a run there. The Sun Devils headed quickly to the line. On the move. And you'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Arizona State.
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game 1, and creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Winfield. They'll run the screen. Shakes off the defender. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. So now it's 2nd and long. Power football with the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
They'll send the back in motion. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Turning it on! He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. Wants to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. It's complete. They finally get him on the ground, but that's the kind of play that will carry momentum into the second quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. First play of the period, first down here. Defensive coordinator showing heat before the snap. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there's been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter and space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Wants to throw. It's Winfield. Quickly to the tight end. He'll be run out of bounds right at the 25.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
A 1st down run in the red zone. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. He'll keep it himself. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. A 3rd and goal call here from the 2. Let's see if they can finish the deal. Charges ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Hoosiers! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic.
And how about this offensive line? 3rd and goal, you gotta have it. They flew off of the ball. They got some push. They made that easy on their running back to score that touchdown.
On the move from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. Lot of room to the right. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Off the play fake. Right on target this time. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. And the Sun Devils in the hurry up. Little touch pass to the receiver. Gets it inside the 5, and now it'll be 1st and goal from the 4.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
The Sun Devils are marching down the field. With the run on 1st and goal. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
Here comes the option. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. Leaves it with the back. Not a lot going on there. Picked up a couple.
Well, you got to give this offense a lot of credit because they've been really physical. They've been doing a nice job running the football on this drive, getting themselves into this position, 3rd down in the red zone. They've got a 4-point lead. Obviously, a huge 3rd down here, but even if they don't get it, they can kick the field goal, make this a 7-point game. Obviously, they're thinking touchdown, try to make this a 2-possession game.
It'll be 4th and goal, and it'll be a tough one. To throw, it's Levin. The screen, he can go. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Duke had an impressive showing at home today. And I know the fans outside Krzyzewskiville are ready for hoops, but pay attention to what's happening on the gridiron too, people. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. And the Hoosiers come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. Tries to slither forward on the sneak. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. The Hoosiers will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. With the catch, it's Moss. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play. Quarterback making adjustments. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow, they don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill, go get the running back, get a tackle for a loss.
To the air, it's Levitt. And he was hit just as he released it. It didn't fall.
I got to be honest, guys. I know there are a lot of people out there with this field position that would say punt the football, but based on the success they've had early in this game with 3 touchdowns already, playing with confidence, I think I'd just go for it here.
He'll field the punt and look for room. He'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got 1 drive here to get it.
He's got it inside the 30. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Pressure's there and he lets it go.
Yeah, it fell incomplete because he did a great job of getting to the quarterback. He's in the pocket. Yeah, he's comfortable, but you get in there and you get a hit on him. Now he feels it. Can't throw the football. Can't follow through with his arm motion. Nice job.
Touchdown, Indiana! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a 1st down. Let's see if they can put something together here. From the gun, they'll try the middle. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down. And the Sun Devils want to pick up the tempo. Looking downfield, it's Levitt. Pulls it in. They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15-yard gain. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Motion from the wideout. To the air on 2nd down. Moving away from pressure. Pulls it in. It's Butler. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Well, the quarterback got it to his receiver quickly and gave him an opportunity to make a few moves after the catch, but he's got to do a better job with ball security that time. That is a costly fumble.
Coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. The offense fortunate to still have the ball, but also facing a big third down. Makes the catch. It's Moss. He gets a little bit of work done. He goes out of bounds at the 42.
All right, they get the completion. Don't get the first down. So we've got a massive decision now, 4th and inches. Personally, I like QB sneak. I think that picks it up right here. No matter where you are in the field, you can keep this drive going.
They're a perfect 2 for 2 on 4th down. They'll go for the hat trick. Give to the big fullback. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
In the 4th and inches, man, I'm going for it no matter where I'm at on the field. If I'm in scoring range, if I'm in the red zone, if I'm on the 1, I'm going for it. I have to be able to get inches in these situations. Nice job by the offense.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Dropping back, it's Levitt. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Might be changing the route. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. It is good. The lead now up to 7 at 24-17. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, don't tell me it's a basketball town when we've had a first half like that there in Bloomington.
And the Hoosiers will kick it away to start the second half. He'll return it. He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. Off the play fake on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
And it's okay that that ball's incomplete. It's important this offense comes out and they show that they want to be aggressive. They show that they're willing to take shots, and they're going to try and take the top off of this defense. Not able to connect on that one, but that will not be the last deep ball we see in this game.
Here they're trying to get to the edge. It's runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Sun Devils are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Might be calling a hot route. Dropping back, it's Levitt. Quickly complete. Ridden out of bounds at the 45, a big play for this offense. And the Sun Devils want to crank the tempo. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said, he's loose. Touchdown, Sun Devils! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put...
Looking deep down the right side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Hoosiers will call on their punt team. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Pulls it in at the 25. Slips through the line. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And a big defensive tackle getting off the rock. Nice job seeing play action, understand his pass, beats the guard, gets to the quarterback, and gets the QB on the ground.
Using his legs to buy some time. He's going to take off. Couldn't find any more room up the sideline, and he's pushed out of bounds at the 36.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time, they let him get out of bounds.
Pocket breaking down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Taking it the other way. Down to the 48-yard line as he takes it away and takes it back to set up his offense. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Caught behind the line. It's Beebe. They'll give him a couple. That leaves him with 3rd and 8.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the 2nd level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
Working the middle. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. And the Hoosiers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to keep it in the air. Snagged out of the air. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
It's really hard when you get in those predictable situations. Defenses are sitting on the sticks. Receivers have to understand where that 1st down marker is. Heads up play, nose for the 1st down.
Touchdown, Hoosiers! And here they come, almost all the way back.
I think the days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmaker, slip him out of the backfield, throw him the football, he'll handle the rest, get in the end zone for the touchdown.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Arizona State has the ball back and the offense making its way onto the field. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. From the gun, running back on the move. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Right back to it. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Back to throw, it's Levin. Fakes the grab on the left. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense, they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Quick release on the RPO. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the 4th down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. 4th down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big 4th down conversion.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And the throw down the gut falls to the grass. Well, the timing on that throw and on the route was just convoluted and messed up from the beginning.
And you see quarterbacks and wide receivers in the offseason always working on timing and always working on throwing on air. But when you put a defense in front of them, now things start to speed up a little bit. A lot of times you'll see these little mistakes and where it looks like just they're not on the same page all the time.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up 4th down, they only have a 1-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
Wants to adjust the pattern. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Intercepted. That is just what this defense needed. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. To the air, it's Winfield. Here comes the heat. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They'll try the run. We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Hoosiers will try to pin them back with the punt. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse? And that defense gets to him, and down he goes.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
The Sun Devils have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. The offense changing the play. Back to pass on 2nd down. He'll take the deep shot. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. He'll try to take it back. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. And the Hoosiers have it with a 1st and goal. Dropping back, it's Winfield. Trying to find the end zone. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Now on 2nd and goal. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their 1st of the half.
Arizona State.
They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. Give to the running back. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be king in 2, right? Because he's hurting them a little.
Touchdown, Indiana! And they take it in for 6 more points. Extra point here will tie the game. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Off-play action on 1st down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Pulls in the deep ball. Off to the races to the right. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Arizona State! And that one will put him up here in the 2nd half.
One of the things I love about this quarterback, David, is that he keeps his eyes downfield when he gets outside the pocket. He might have had an opportunity to take off running with that, but he knew he had an opportunity for an even bigger play. And how about the run after the catch?
And that's great. You love that about the quarterbacks, but it's so frustrating when you got a guy that just breaks the contain of the pocket, breaks down your defense. Now you got to cover longer in the back end, and you could tell he comes free, he sees him, catches it, and walks right into the end zone.
And he's going to try to return this one. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They moved the chains. They marked it at the 29.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
finds the tight end. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
When they pick up the first against zone coverage, the biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it one high safety? Is it two high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
Offense gets set for second down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Looking for a man. It's Winfield. Catch in the middle. It's Cooper. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They've pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. Wants to go up top on first down. Here's the pressure. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get...
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. The Hoosiers will line up to punt it away. This will be the 5th kick of the night. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset's...
Breaks into the open. How about that effort to get it out across the 20? They'll mark it at the 21. It's a first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And that hurts on defense, giving up the first on the ground like that. We're in a one-possession game. You've got all 3 timeouts. I think you got to start burning in here to save some clock.
And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense. Now, they got to get a stop. And if it's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
The give to the tailback. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the Sun Devils with the 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Sun Devils can really attack on this 2nd and short. Running back searching for a hole. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Sun Devils pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. The give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Back to throw, it's Levin. Extending the play. Got out of trouble and throws.
And the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page on that last play. Timing has got to be so critical, especially when you're throwing to the perimeter of the field. They just didn't have it there.
What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, 3rd and long coming up. Looking to throw. Oh, they're after him. Got it in the middle, it's Brown. He works his way inside the 30. They'll mark him down at the 29. It brings up 4th down, and let's see what they do. This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. On the option. Oh, he's got some space. Headed to the end zone, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Sun Devils!
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Oregon delivered maybe its most thorough thumping in years in a game that featured a ton of big plays, not unlike the way LaMichael James, Kenyon Barner, and Jonathan Stewart used to do it. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the big fella. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Looking to pass, it's Winfield. Fires to the right. Or did he find a hole in that secondary?
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Catch in the middle, it's Becker. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Fires to the middle. Give him 6 and give them a chance with the late touchdown. Still alive in this one.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick.
Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Under a minute to go, just take a knee here and avoid the potential for disaster.
And we've seen it, Reese, very recently in schools that might be in the Sunshine State that decided to run the football and run plays, and it's come back to bite them. So there's nothing wrong, Jesse, with being conservative, taking a knee, taking the victory.
I think Miami and Georgia Tech are heeding your advice very, very carefully based on what we've seen in those recent years. Don't have to overthink this thing. Victory formation, leave the stadium with a W.
And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Arizona State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, they get the touchdown when they needed it most. That score now makes it a 2-possession game. And guys, with just seconds to go on the game clock, this thing is all but over.
Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Back to pass, it's Winfield. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Pressure coming. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Under fire. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on 3rd down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. He'll take a shot. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
You're down 2 possessions, 4th quarter, time's not your friend. You got to take a shot. Defense doing a great job in the end zone, making sure that ball falls incomplete. Clean play, excellent coverage. Everybody's eyes on the quarterback. And that's probably going to seal the deal for this defense.
Rush is on him. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is.
Intentional throw.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Back to pass. Under fire. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
And after this play, the cake will be baked. Goes to the option. He breaks a tackle. And the final play is just a short gain, and we're at the end of the game. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this.